Awesome. So for people who are starting out with their content, or maybe they've been in business a long time, but they know they should be doing more content. What are your tips for them
Mhm.
if they're feeling like, oh, holy crap, there's just so much to do?
So if they didn't start yet, right?
Well, if they're starting out with content.
Okay. Yeah. I would start with a podcast. So this would be the
Mm,
easiest. So if you're starting out, because the podcast it it's just the easiest to produce, because you can record like this Zoom call, you can take the audio and you can publish it on your podcast host, and you already have one episode. So this is a very good starting point, podcast, because you get in connection with like-minded people. You speak with them, you interview them, and maybe they become your clients, because I mean you're spending 1 hour very close, asking questions, and then recording this and publishing it. So maybe they also become your dream clients. You never know. So this would be my advice, that you start your own podcast related to your business. So if you're, for example, if you're, I mean, my podcast is Content Marketing Mastery. So I'm focusing on the area of content marketing, because that's my area. But you can focus on your area and start your own podcast. That's a great thing.
yeah, and for people, I know in those types of groups where people say, um, "Oh, I'm thinking about starting a podcast,"
Yeah.
and then they're waiting like 6 months, and they want to get their podcast art, and they want to hire a audio editor, and they need to find out, how sponsorship works and which
Hmm.
platform they should host on. There's a lot of, I mean, listen, there's a lot of questions when you're starting out.
Yes.
And you and I can go, oh, we can start a podcast in 1 minute. It's like really easy to do.
Yes.
You just grab an app, record yourself, push publish. But some people want to overthink that. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, just do it. I mean, just instead of listening to this episode, start your own podcast. would be my advice. I mean, this is also something that Gary Vee says in some of his speeches. You say to me you don't have time to create content, but you're listening 1 hour of my speeches. Stop this
Hmm.
speech and start to create content yourself. So it's always, I think, yes, you have to know some guidance, but don't overcomplicate the things. So you need a mic, you need some recording tools, you need a podcast host, and then you can start. That's basically.
And your mic can just be your iPhone mic.
Yes, definitely, absolutely. I mean, Zoom is exploding. Use Zoom for the call, for the recording, and then you have an interaction, because can't maybe you can do a solo show where you just, as one person, speak to the mic, or you can do an interview format like we are doing.
Yeah, I mean, I did this little podcast or Facebook post one time that was like how to start a podcast in 1 minute. Get this
Yeah,
phone, get your phone, get the Anchor
yeah,
app, push
yeah.
record, say something, push publish. You've done your first episode. It's out of the way. Like that's it.
Yes,
So it's
that's
like
cool.
now you have a podcast. It's already up, and you
Yeah.
have to wait until like. And usually you can say like, "Hey, my name is Beck, and I'm starting this podcast that's on content marketing because I have this
Hmm.
agency and I really love content and I want to share with you the best way to create content. So you can expect from me like to post once a week, either an interview or just with me, but giving you tips about posting better social media content. Okay, I'll see you next week. Boom. It's
That's it.
yeah, exactly. And I think we're because we see so much stuff online, we lose uh the action, right? We lose our action. It's like, oh well, yeah, I know I need to do the podcast, but I'm just going to watch a few more videos. And you're right, it can be done so quickly. And podcasts are a great way to get started. What I
Yes.
know you have your podcast. What's it called again?
Content Marketing Mastery.
Cool. Well, anyone listening should go check that out.